Wisconsin and picking up tomorrow, Monday morning. It's a regular flatbed load, but pays pretty good, so justifies the deadhead. So I'm passing mile marker 38 in Michigan, so 38 miles to Indiana, and then it's what, 47 miles in Indiana to Illinois. And basically the plan is to get close to the Wisconsin border, because they want me to load tomorrow at 7:30, and so I want to be maybe like 30-60 miles away. And there's a bunch of truck stops right in that area between Wisconsin and Illinois. So I did some work on the truck. My red brake hose between the truck and the trailer developed a small hole. So of course you cannot fix that, you have to replace the hose. And so I got a new 15-foot long hose and paid the guy to install it. I just want to make sure that the seals are all properly done, because you cannot just connect it. It was an easy job. And the truck still has that problem. I thought it was gone, but overnight, I was driving yesterday with basically 50% of fuel. Just fueled today after I started. And so in the morning, after the truck was sitting at the truck stop, I spent the night in Perry, Michigan. I opened the hood, started priming the system. I don't know, it took like maybe 100 movements with the pump until I heard that slight hissing sound. I know that means that it's done. And then I closed the hood and I started driving. Like, it's really, the truck really does not like it when I don't have full tanks of fuel. It's one of those things. Either the suction line or the return line. Like one guy was saying, I think it's a good idea. The guy said maybe to increase the length of the return line, because if you don't have enough fuel and the return line is somewhere at the top there, so when all the fuel leaks out, it's probably opening for air to get in. But I don't know, when the tanks are full, all I need is just do like, I don't know, 20, 25 pumps with my hand, and the truck pulls great, lots of power. Welcome to Chicago. Construction, construction, and construction. One season, not two now, one season construction. Just look, the one lane is closed and people are driving 5 miles an hour. One thing I wanted to show you guys is this. I'm no longer using my Canadian tablet in the States because it was too expensive, right? So I'm just using my smartphone, and that's the new one I just got.
Hey, you're a real jerk off, wizard.
Sorry about that. I don't think that was aimed at me, because I'm not doing anything. But anyway, so yeah, I had this LG G4, right, that I used very successfully to film videos on my channel. Lots of clips and segments you see on my you can find it among the 1523 videos or close to that were filmed with that LG G4. And film means to record,
has nothing to do with the media that you're recording onto. Anyways, it was a great phone, right? But then I dropped it, so and now they had G5 and now they have G6, and so I skipped one generation and I got this G6, and this is such a great phone. The screen is better, like, you know, the volume, the sound is much clearer and has much more functions than the camera. In the camera mode, it actually has 2 cameras in the back. 2 cameras. I can choose the angle. I can, depending on which icon I touch, I get wide angle, or I get like normal angle. You know, very cool. So LG G6, and so all I had to do was just flip my frame. Like for the tablet, I use it vertical, and I just flipped it 90 degrees, and it's okay for the phone. So for now, I'm using the phone as my navigation device because I don't want to use the tablet from Canada. So I'm gonna get, I was looking at some GPSs this morning at the truck stop in Perry. I just don't want to, you know, spend $300 US on some stupid truck specific GPS. I don't want that. I'm used to the big screen, and I really love using Google Maps. Now, some people say that Google Maps, it's no good for a trucker because you can get into trouble, you know, by going onto a road where trucks are not allowed. But first of all, you use common sense. If you see a sign that says no trucks, you don't go there. And this served me very well because I used TomTom, like regular car GPSs before, and they were great. Secondly, most of my loads are over-dimensional, OD, oversized, so I have to follow the routing on my permits. So I already have the routing. I don't need a truck-specific GPS. I can use any GPS or any navigation device where I can program those points, you know, those waypoints that DOT or MTO or whatever wants me to follow. And so for my case, for heavy haul, actually, Google Maps works great. And also, of course, it's always in the know as far as construction is going on. You know, it'll know when the road is closed. And just to give you an example, I went to the hotel when I was in Cambridge, and I have a built-in navigation unit in the dash in my car, and it was updated everything, but it was just like annual update. And the highway, no, like a King Street or something it's called, King Street over there, it's closed in Kitchener, and this thing kept sending me on that closed road, you know, whereas when I look at the route on the Google Maps on my phone, it was avoiding that area. So like I always say, like I believe that the future in terms of navigation devices is with gadgets that are on the internet. Now look at this guy. You see the guy in the white car? Has 4 antennas on the roof. I guarantee it's a cop. So these guys, they think they're so smart, you know, using non-marked cars or unmarked cars. But all you gotta do is just look at the antennas, and sometimes you can see the barrier inside, you know, the barrier that separates the passenger seat, so to say, from the driver part of the car. And the second big, so antenna, the fence inside the car, and the third deadliest giveaway if it's a cop car is, for some reason, they're always so cheap, they never put aluminum wheels on their vehicles, you know. So if you see steel rims, especially black, that's a dead giveaway. passing O'Hare Airport, O'Hare on my left. Speed limit for trucks, 60 miles an hour. Mr. Werner, you're a criminal, buddy. I made it out of Illinois. So Illinois, as they say in Germany, is zu Ende, finished. Well, almost. Yeah, that's mile marker 0. Mile marker 0, I-94. And now we are in Wisconsin. Petro in Racine. And I'm hoping to do an oil change here because I'm really close. In 300 kilometers I'm supposed to do a oil change, which is 200 miles. Might as well do it here since I have time. Pavement is all screwed up here. I think I might as well park somewhere here. Oh, look at this cute green. I think it's Ford, no, Chevy. Very nice. Truck stop is pretty full. There's still lots of space. Alright, boys and girls, I'm gonna just park here and then go inside. Wait a second, so it's, what side is the entrance from? Do not enter. I knew it, so it was from that side. But the guy, one guy is sitting there facing that way. That's what got me confused. And we are doing it. The truck is inside the shop, so I'm doing oil change, lube on the truck and lube on the trailer, and it's a premium service, so they're gonna check all the hoses and stuff like that, you know, oil levels. And I said, please make sure you really check. I'm not just sign the paper. And I said, could you do me a big favor? I move heavy loads. And I really need to grease the front. Like, can you lift the front of the truck and
properly grease it, because that's the only way to get to all those steering components, you know, when the truck is lifted. And the guy said, okay, we'll just ask you to move the truck forward, you know, he says, after we're done. So now, like, my full, you can see in the mirror probably there, it's the end of the trailer. So my entire truck and trailer are inside the shop, so I'll just need to move forward once we're done. And you see, I got, because I'm getting a shell rotella, just regular 5W40 or 10W, 15W30 or something. Anyway, just a regular for the summer, it's fine. In winter I do a Rotella T6 5W40, that's the best for Canada for cold weather, but in the summer it doesn't matter. Actually, Mac recommends 10W30, but I like the last number to be a bit higher for, you know, because the engine runs hot. So anyway, this is it. So now I'm just gonna shut down here. From here it's about 20-30 minutes to my shipper near Milwaukee, and then we'll be there tomorrow morning to load that big frame and take it back to Canada. Thanks for watching.